Park,
it's the largest urban green area in the country, Jim.
Oh, I've heard that. Well, how do you explain this black area right here? Plasticky.
That's one of the smallest black urban areas in the country. Years. We're here to mark the 40th anniversary of Amir's Garden. Nobody else has marked this, so this is ours now.
So do.
And by mark, I mean.
Today's trail is south of the 134 and west of the 5 in Griffith Park. You'll take the Forest Lawn exit, you'll turn left quickly onto Zoo Drive and then right onto Griffith Park Drive. You'll take that to the end until you get down to the bottom where that red thing is.
Hey, Coop.
Jim.
Where are we today?
Today, we're in Griffith Park, which is the largest urban green area in the country.
Well, somebody's been reading books again.
I read it, cracked a book or two, or got on the interwebs. Today, we're going to hike up to Amir's Garden.
Huh.
It's the Amir's Garden Trail. Come on.
Is he going to be there?
No, he's dead.
Oh, good.
But that doesn't preclude him being there.
Today's trail is under 2 miles as an out and back, and the slope is pretty reasonable. However, you can do a loop for about 3 miles, and the downhill at the end of that is a little crazy.
John, we just stepped off the asphalt onto the dirt, and all of a sudden, mass confusion. You can go that way, or that way, and what do you think you want to do?
And we're going to try the center trail and see if we can make it up to the garden.
I like the fact that we're using intuition as opposed to science.
Well, I actually had a divining rod that I was going to bring with me, but sans that, we're just going to go on our gut.
All right, good. Yeah, the divining rod's hocus pocus. That gut, that's a scientific instrument.
Actually, you know what? Come tomorrow afternoon after the rains, because you can tell by the sky it's going to rain tomorrow. This is probably going to be a pretty flooded out area here.
I think it's going to be a great place for ladies to wrestle, is what I'm saying. All right, so your gut has failed us. What organ are we going to go with now as the choosing?
We're going to go with the spleen.
So the spleen says which way?
The spleen says we're going to try the right-hand trail.
Okay, uphill we go.
Yeah. Oh, there's 3, 4. We got 2 on
It looks as though God backed up his own cement mixer right here.
Okay, we're close. Created a nice spot for rattlesnakes. Yeah, we'll be moving away from there.
That guy is going to have one bright light bulb in there because that's a lot of electricity going to that little house.
Yes, it's just bones and a chair.
So here we are at Amir's Garden.
This is quite the little surprise up here.
Let's go see if there's more. It looks like this is a surprise with many surprises around it. So
yeah.
Let's explore.
So what do you think this is?
I think just kind of
catch basin, and then it overflows and waters.
This is John. I don't know if you've heard of the invention of horses, but they usually drink at about that level.
Oh!
That's what I'm thinking.
And we saw a bunch of horse crap.
John,
it's all
you're like
meshing in my mind now.
You're like Ellery Queen.
Yeah.
Well,
just like him.
Yeah, very unpopular with the ladies. That's what I'm saying. Isn't Amir an Armenian?
He was Iranian.
Oh, shoot. Well, this must be an Iranian.
The Iranians are known for their knot tying.
Knot tying and their fear of nails?
Yes.
All right.
Come up here and do some cutting.
Wait a minute, John. John, did you just suggest you went, hey, these plants sure are nice. We should come up here and cut some of them.
Harvest.
You know what? You and I might look at it and say, what a crazy pile. But these almost dead plants love it. Don't you, almost dead plant?
So it's really not so much a garden as a refuge for jade plants.
It's pretty heavy on the jade plants.
It's very heavy on jade, yeah. We are, I believe, coming to the outskirts of Amir's Garden.
How would you know that, John?
Well, the garden seems to end right here. And I think this may have been the last thing that Amir did.
Was
to put this last step in here.
I believe he ran out of jade plants, and then that's when he died.
This is the end of the jade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is where the bunnies come up.
Yeah.
They're eaten right here, and then they're shat out right here.
The entire circle of life takes place right on this spot.
I know there are crazy raspberry ants. Those exist.
That's the one I'm
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Are they going to come on the backs of the killer bees in the invasion from the south?
I believe the killer bees actually hold them in their Are they paws?
Yeah, yes.
Are they paws or claws? I'm never sure.
Exactly. They're tendrils, and then are they just going to drop them on us from above?
Yeah, they kind of dive bomb.
We came down the trail. Here we are. What the hell is
Down
this?
the trail, and it ends at this bridge. This bridge goes over to the Griffith Park Boys Camp. So you're denied access any further into the park because that's off limits to people above the age of 12, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Creepy old guys, especially.
If you're 12 or under, though, you can camp there.
Oh.
And then the kids hike up this path and they go to Amir's garden. They throw their beer cans out.
Oh,
they
right.
smoke their ciggy butts.
Right,
and
exactly.
they curse and do all the stuff they can't do at home anymore.
Right.
So what did they hit to on there?
Johnny, what have you found here? It's kind of a...
It said a den, a lair kind of thing here.
Of some kind of animal.
This is not haphazard. I think this was done on purpose.
What do you think? What animal's in there? You think?
Wolves.
Wolves. I was thinking of more like maybe a porcupine or maybe a beaver, because it's got that kind of beaver hump.
I don't know that beavers would know how to construct something like that. I mean, it's not anywhere near a waterway.
But what if the wolves had consulted with a beaver or hired a beaver consultant
architect?
Yes.
Yeah, like if you or I were to go tour the Green and Green homes over in Pasadena,
right.
we would want to go construct our own Green and Green style
And then
home.
people would say, "Hey, did Green and Green build this?" You go, "No, I did."
No,
they go,
beavers did.
Beaver. I don't have my glasses on, so I think I'm shooting a bunny, but I might be shooting a rock. So if this is really...
This is even funnier.
This is a very close-up shot of a rock. It's because I think that rock is a bunny.
The bunny's gone now, so if you're
shit.
still shooting, you're shooting a rock.
We're trackers, you and I, professional trackers as we are. So we're looking at these and going, what kind of animal made these tire marks? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, water level. There's, what is that? They're 13 and a half feet down there.
John, I think 30 years from now, your grandkids are going to say, "Grandpa, when did you first become obsessed with water towers?" And I think this is going to be it.
Yeah.
Ooh, water level. Is that what I just heard?
This will be where my hut is built.
Function. What do you...
It's like some crazy person came up here with a bunch of nails and a sledgehammer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think it was the Romans practicing for Jesus?
Possibly.
This is where they trained?
Yeah.
Before they actually did the Jesus work?
This, Jim?
Yeah?
2,000-year-old riddle.
Yeah?
I think you just saw Dan Brown.
Is he going to write another... Yeah? Going to be his next novel? I'm tired of Tom Hanks playing me. I'm telling you that.
Do you have rope, Jim?
I can fashion one out of your shoelaces, and that backpack I think is all made of rope. If you want to call that a backpack.
It's a girl pack.
Yeah, it's something that I think my wife's shoes comes in when she buys them.
We got a t-shirt, shorts, boxers.
But no head or hands is what you're saying. All right, undeciphered. Oh well, don't know who it is. We just came down that tiny little bullshit trail and bang, look where we ended up.
Almost broke my leg several times. Maybe you did too. I wasn't really paying attention.
You didn't care. I cried a lot. You didn't come. I kept wobbling.
But yeah, this is fantastic. The trailhead that we started on is right there.
All right, Johnny, that was Amir's garden trail.
Garden Trail here in Griffith Park, the largest urban green spot in the country.
Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's about a 2-mile loop.
2-mile loop, but most people don't know it's a loop. We made it a loop.
Amir's garden is probably about half a mile up. So you could do a mile round trip just to the garden, but...
Right, but you can continue up the hill from Amir's garden up towards that water tower there you'll see, and then you'll find a little spur trail coming down the hill.
It's very fun, so there's
pretty
options
awesome.
for different people.
Yeah, hey, don't mess up our planet.
We won't mess up yours.